Every single day, an invisible crisis unfolds in our homes, schools, restaurants, and workplaces. It rarely becomes headline news, yet the numbers reveal a deeply alarming reality. As we gather here today in June 2026, nearly 1 in 10 people across the world will fall ill this year after eating contaminated food. That means around 600 million people suffering from preventable foodborne diseases. Millions will miss school or work. Thousands will require hospitalization, and far too many will lose their lives. The human cost is devastating. Every year, unsafe food causes approximately 420,000 deaths globally. But perhaps the most heartbreaking statistic of all is this. Children under the age of 5 carry nearly 40% of the global burden of foodborne diseases. Around 125,000 young children die each year simply because the food they consumed was unsafe. This is not just a health issue, it is a human issue, an economic issue, and a global development challenge. That is why the theme of World Food Safety Day 2026 is both urgent and powerful. From burden to solutions, safe food everywhere. Today is not only about recognizing the burden of unsafe food, it is about understanding that these diseases are largely preventable, and that science, awareness, and collective action can save millions of lives. Unsafe food containing harmful bacteria, viruses, parasites, or chemical substances can cause more than 200 diseases, ranging from severe diarrhea to long-term illnesses such as cancer. Some of the most common foodborne pathogens include Salmonella, Campylobacter, and E. coli. These bacteria are often linked to contaminated eggs, poultry, raw milk, undercooked meat, and unsafe water. They can cause fever, abdominal pain, vomiting, dehydration, and, in severe cases, death. Another dangerous pathogen is Listeria, which is especially harmful for pregnant women, newborns, older adults, and people with weakened immune systems. Unlike many bacteria, Listeria can survive and multiply even at refrigeration temperatures. Diseases such as cholera, caused by Vibrio cholerae, continue to threaten communities through contaminated water and unsafe seafood, particularly in vulnerable regions. Viruses such as norovirus and hepatitis A also spread through contaminated food and water, while harmful chemicals, pesticides, heavy metals, and naturally occurring toxins may silently damage human health over time. In recent years, another major threat has emerged: antimicrobial resistance. The excessive use and misuse of antibiotics in both human medicine and animal farming have contributed to the rise of resistant bacteria. As a result, infections that were once easily treatable are becoming more difficult and sometimes impossible to cure. At the same time, our rapidly changing world is increasing food safety risks. Urbanization has changed the way people buy and consume food. Global food supply chains mean that contamination in one place can quickly spread across borders. Climate change is also affecting food safety by increasing temperatures, altering rainfall patterns, and creating conditions that allow harmful pathogens to spread more easily. The consequences extend far beyond health. According to global estimates, unsafe food costs low and middle-income countries more than $110 billion every year in lost productivity and medical expenses. Foodborne diseases place enormous pressure on healthcare systems, damage tourism and trade, and slow economic development. Clearly, the burden is enormous, but this year's theme reminds us that we are not powerless. In June 2026, the World Health Organization is releasing updated global estimates on foodborne diseases through the second Foodborne Disease Burden Epidemiology Reference Group report, also known as the FERG report. This report represents years of scientific research and analysis, involving thousands of studies and tens of thousands of data points collected worldwide. Why is this important? Because for many years, the true burden of foodborne disease was underestimated due to underreporting and limited surveillance. In simple words, we could not fully solve the problem because we could not fully measure it. Now, for the first time, Countries will have stronger national-level data showing where foodborne illnesses occur, which hazards are most dangerous, and where urgent action is needed. This is how we move from burden to solutions. Science and reliable data help governments design better policies, improve food inspection systems, strengthen healthcare responses, and invest resources where they are needed most. International food safety standards, especially those developed under the Codex Alimentarius, play an essential role in protecting consumer health and reducing foodborne risks across the global food chain. However, governments and organizations alone cannot guarantee safe food. Food safety is everyone's business. Farmers must follow safe agricultural practices. Food industries must maintain hygiene and quality standards. Transporters and retailers must prevent contamination during storage and distribution. Restaurants and food vendors must ensure safe preparation practices. And consumers, all of us, must make responsible choices at home every single day. The World Health Organization promotes the 5 keys to safer food. First, keep clean. Second, separate raw and cooked food. Third, cook food thoroughly. Fourth, keep food at safe temperatures. And fifth, use safe water and raw materials. These simple actions may appear small, but together, they save lives. As we observe World Food Safety Day 2026, let us remember that access to safe food is not a privilege. It is a basic human necessity and a shared global responsibility. We already possess the science. We already have the knowledge. And increasingly, we now have the data needed to act effectively. The challenge before us is not whether solutions exist. The challenge is whether we are willing to implement them with urgency, responsibility, and cooperation. Let this year mark a turning point, a moment when governments, industries, communities, and individuals commit themselves to safer food systems and healthier societies. Because when food is safe, people thrive. When people thrive, economies grow. And when nations prioritize food safety, the future becomes healthier, stronger, and more secure for everyone. Let us move together from burden to solutions and ensure safe food everywhere. Thank you.